Hello everyone and welcome back to Kentucky Garden Gal. This is Nancy, and in this week's vlog we are going to clean up this porch, it has not had any love in quite a while and it's looking pretty sad. And then we are going to work our way out into the yard and get some things cleaned up around here, because we actually are hosting a little party this weekend and I'm so excited. It's my niece Madison, and she graduated from college in December, so we are going to host a little graduation party for her. And one thing that I wanted to show you all, as many of you know, the past 2 years have not been my best years. I had significant health issues in 2021, and then my father passed away in 2022, so my garden really did not see you can see my shadow there, it did not see very much love whatsoever. But I'm just going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and show you how forgiving our gardens are. You know, even after a considerable length of time where I wasn't able to keep up on weeding, I wasn't able to put down mulch or compost, you know, we can still have a good gardening season for 2023. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is get the blower and blow the porch. Well, I'm going to pick up the sticks in the yard first and the trash, obviously, but we'll get everything blowed. Then I'll get the lawnmower out and start mowing. And I'm going to take, I mulch and bag my leaves, and I'll take those and put them on my raised beds. But first I've got to clean those out. You get an idea of how far behind I am. So anyways, we shall get started. I did want to show you this disaster back here. As you can see, I have done absolutely nothing. Colton did put up tarps around the chicken coop to protect the chickens from the wind, but I have literally not touched this at all. This was the zinnia bed, and so I'm going to also be cleaning out these boxes so I can get them ready. As you can see, the soil level is way too low. There are weeds, and even though there is enough soil in here to grow things, usually you can grow things with 6 to 8 inches. I would like it all the way to the top, because obviously the more soil you have, the better root structure your plants can have. So my goal is to get this cleaned out, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna mow and put leaves in here, and then I'll also bring in some compost, some manure, maybe some peat, just different things, even some topsoil. But I just want to get these boxes cleaned up so that they're ready to plant in the pretty near future. And I got this cleaned out. So these first 3 beds, or the 2 beds here and then the one in the back, I usually just put tomatoes, basils, things like that. This back bed has fennel and sage in it, and I need to go ahead and cut off the dead woody part that you see right in there. I'm going to cut that back, but there is new fennel coming up. So that's, I see several in there, so there's definitely something going on in there. And what I did, you'll see these shavings, I cleaned out a couple of nesting boxes from the chicken coop. Now, I did get some mowing done up front, so I put, this is 1 bag of mulched leaves. And as I mow more, I'll put more back here. So all of these beds got, hope I'm not making you dizzy, they got a little bit of chicken manure, and you have to be careful if you're using it straight out of the chicken coop, because it is hot. And what that means is it will really burn your plants quickly. So I think by just using a little bit and then putting the mulch leaves on top of it, and then we'll probably add a mixture of I'm gonna get some peat. I'm gonna get some soil, just raised bed soil, and then I want to get some bag manure like they sell at Walmart. And usually, if you want that, you have to get there and get it right when they start setting it out, because it really does go fast. But that's what I'll finish filling these beds up. But I do want to bring the soil height all the way up to the top. And I did get the cleome back here. I got this pulled, and what I did, I pulled it by the roots. And the reason I did that, it is an annual plant, but I know it has dropped thousands of seeds, so there will be plenty of cleome that'll come back in this area. And I really did like having this little section. I had cleome and zinnias and sunflowers back here, so it was just a feast for the butterflies and the bees and the birds. Now, I definitely have more ideas than I have stamina and energy, but here's what I'm planning. I didn't put this in the trash. This is the debris from the cleome. I did get the zinnias cleaned up. See the little hellebore right there, and that needs to be, I need to come back and cut the dead off that. But I was just literally pulling things from the roots. I didn't actually have clippers that I was working with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this up a little bit more, make it a little bit smaller. It needs to be cut at least in thirds from this pile. And then I am going to take this old fence section right here. I'll try to get it painted, but I am going to put that in my chicken coop, and I'm going to start composting in there. So the reason I'm doing that, obviously, you know, when you can compost, that's, everybody just needs to try to compost if they are able to. But I really want to start raising worms, and I'm going to do it two ways. And one way, I'm going to use the compost pile once I get it where I want it, I will actually buy some red wiggler worms, put those in there. And now the chickens are going to be scratching around, and that's kind of, you know, they may scratch them all out. This is an experiment. I'm experimenting right now. But the second thing I want to do is I think I'm going to use the 5-gallon bucket method, and I want to raise worms for not necessarily the castings, but the tea. So when I get ready to do that, I'll share that project with you. But yeah, I'm going to try to do some composting, including worm composting, and then I'm going to have a separate setup just for worm tea. So that's what I've gotten done so far, and I'm going to go and work a little bit more, and then I'll stop and catch you back up. Well, this is all I'm going to get done in this vlog, but you can tell the areas that I cleaned up. I was able to get some leaves in all 4 garden boxes. I didn't get that pile or that pile over there picked up, but I did get this little garden. I did a first cleaning on it, and I don't know if you remember, but in this round container right here, there are Jerusalem artichokes, and those things were like 10 foot tall, and I sort of was concerned that I would have a hard time getting those out, but I didn't. They just broke off. You can see I was able to just break those off, and then I was digging around in this, and I'm just going to leave the leaves on top. I do have some foxglove. I don't think they will be as prolific as they were last year, but that's okay. I'm probably going to come out and sow some seeds here in a few days, and I got all of my little, this is my herb garden, so I got all of those cleaned out, and I'll likely come and top those off with some mulch. But yeah, this was just kind of the first cleaning, getting the ground cleaned up and There is the iris bed, and this is where the zinnias go. And I will come back behind this and till this up. And now I direct sow my zinnias. They are super fast growing, and I'll just directly sow these right into here. Of course, I'll till it up and get all the weeds out, and then, yep, it'll go right in there. But anyways, now let's get on to the front porch. Okay, finally ready to tackle this porch. Get it ready for my niece's graduation party that's this afternoon. And as you can see, we've had a little spill over here. We had some wind come through. It knocked everything off on top of that armoire, and everything's down. So first I'm going to have to clean up, and then we'll start decorating. I will give you an update. I have been out here about 30 minutes. I had to go in and get my blower. I had to go get the ladder. I cut some magnolia leaves to decorate with, but I will show you what I have gotten accomplished so far. So any containers that I have on my front porch, I want something in them. So I just simply went and cut some magnolia branches. That's really about the only thing that I have living right now because of the frost freeze that looks halfway decent. So I'll show you. I'm going to have I've got the grads part. I've got to put congratulations up top, and then I have some banners to go on the side. I have been cleaning the glass. I've been working on this pineapple arrangement, and what I need to do is put something up under the pineapple to bring it up, because you really can't see it. It needs to be up a little bit taller. And I'll also mention that since the wind is not blowing, I'm not wiring anything in. I'm just basically sticking stuff in soil, and that just works great. But I got everything. Oh, I forgot that pot up there. I need to get something up there. And then I moved the candles over here. I brought out my CD player. I'll have some music going, and I may, if I have time, even get the little fountain going back there. Just plug that in. And also remember the equestrian chairs that I picked up at Goodwill. Look how good they look on the porch. Like, it really ties everything in together. See what a difference that made? I just love those, and those were like 99 cents a piece. So for $4, that really upgraded the seating up here. So I am going to get busy and finish up. So here is the finished project. I hope my niece is satisfied with this. This is how the entryway looks. And as you can see, I decided to bring the magnolia vibe on up to the top and just sort of finish that off. And I had a nail up there, so why not use it? And so that is the door. The people will come in, and then this is how the porch looks. And if you remember, it was just a hot mess when we came out less than an hour ago. And with just some continuity by having the pillows all the same. Now that blue totem right there, I absolutely love that. And that was made by a very special friend of mine. And I think I want to take it to the farm because the porch up there is rustic Americana, and it would just be perfect up there. But it'll be a little while before I do that. So you can see the colors that I have here are the sage and brown, and then in the summer I can come in and put a soft pink or a peach or an apricot, and it just really dresses up everything and makes it look so soothing. And for years I had tried to use hunter green, and it's just too stark. And last year I discovered sage green, and oh my, I love it. I absolutely love it. And you probably hear I have just a little music going. I'll turn that up when it's time for the guests to start arriving. And we do have some smokers in our family, so it's not too cold out here. It's not quite 40 degrees, but you could definitely put on a jacket and come out, and if you needed to have a smoke break, you can come out and have a nice place to have a smoke break. So next, the last thing I want to show you and I did get that magnolia up there. The last thing I want to show you is her food, and then we'll finish up this video. Okay, so this is the setup for the party. This is the photo booth, and there's all of the little thingies and her gift table. She did some decor in here. There's Cam putting on his boots. Say hi. Say hi. And then 2022, of course she graduated December 2022. You forgot your sash.
Oh, I did.
You gotta put your sash on.
Let
yes.
me put my sash
So
on.
here is the food, and is this not a spread or what?
Ooh.
We have croissants and pinwheels and fruit and veggies and chicken. And then this is my family. And there's the, raise your hand, graduate. This is Madison. And what's your degree in?
Sash. I got a Bachelor's of Science in Business with my major being accounting.
Woo! And where are you working?
I'm working at Craft CPAs in Nashville, Tennessee as a tax staff preparer.
Oh my gosh.
And more exciting news, would you like to introduce the gentleman on your right?
This is my fiance, Isaac, and he right now is working his first 24-hour shift as an EMT.
Well, I mean, yeah.
First
but
responder.
it's exciting.
And then what did we do yesterday?
It's not my day.
Oh, yesterday we got a wedding dress. Yeah, we had a lot of excitement.
Birth month. You're in your Capricorn power right now.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a good
Is
time.
that what it
Everything going.
is?
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
time to make
powerful.
decisions.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but it's going on, y'all. So
Yes,
this
it
is what we're doing. We're celebrating Madison's graduation from college. It's a little late, but we had other things going on.
And the house
So we
is
just-
beautiful.
We just wanted to share everything. Yeah, we got the numbers over there, and then there's the food, and I think that's it. Y'all saw the front porch. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.